Hi, good afternoon, Leon. Just reviewing your work. So let's have a look and see what we can see. Okay, so to start off with, we've got a nice big. Let's have a look how it looks when it's a bit smaller. Nice big title. That looks okay. The colour is pretty good. Have you tried a brighter colour instead of a less pale green? That might look even more effective. Or maybe a red. That might stand out nicely against that black background. I love the font. That's great. But it is the standard font from that template. So, try a different font. Or I like that you've put it to this side. But we can discuss like why you did that instead of having a look here at making it center. It might have been nicer as a center point. So anyway, that's the top part. Unfortunately, on here I can't see your name, but that's something that you can sort out later. So make sure that you add your name somewhere on here. Okay, so moving down, we've got features of a website. Clear navigation. Number one, clear navigation will help users find what they are looking for much quicker. That's true. Could you give me an example? Perhaps an image of what clear navigation might look like. A written example such as the one that we discussed about Amazon and the clear navigation through the shopping basket. That might be good. Okay, logo. A logo is a feature of a website. So the logo should be easy to remember and to create a link in the customer's brain. The logo should be easy to remember to create a link in a customer's brain between your company and the logo, because if they don't remember the name, they might recognize the logo. Yeah, that's good. That's very clever, actually. Could you give an example of an iconic logo that might be good? Perhaps the Facebook logo, everybody knows that, or IBM. What about logo colors? Have you thought about investigating color theory? So if you open up a new tab and type in color theory into Google, see what comes up there. It will tell you about what different colored logos, what effect they have on people who view them. So you might notice that all of the tech company logos, Facebook, IBM, Twitter, etc., they're all blue. Logos to do with food are normally red and yellow. So McDonald's, KFC, Pizza Hut. Why do you think that the different colours are applicable to those different things? So have a look into that. You might be able to write some interesting lines there about colour theory. Okay, images. Images are a good feature of a website. They're also a really good feature of an infographic. So let's get some images on this infographic. So images help retain attention as they are easier to process than a large amount of text. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, get some images on here. And what kind of images might different websites use? So you could talk about the difference between images that you find on eBay, where they are photographs taken by sellers. They're generally low quality, the lighting might not be very good, compared to photos that you might find on a commercial website such as Currys or PC World, where their images will be professionally shot to put the product in its best light. So you could talk about something like that. URL. Having a URL that is short and simple will help users easily find. Okay, so this is something that you need to look out for here. You need to change that S to a D. Will easily find and remember your website. For example, google.com. Okay, that's an okay example. Yep, it's not the shortest. Could go for AOL. But yeah, as long as the URL relates directly to the website in question. Again, would be nice to see some examples of URLs, like image examples, screenshots. If you are struggling to take screenshots, something that you could do, I'll just move this down a little bit. So in your search bar here, you could type snip. This will pop up, snipping tool. Click on that, and then here click new. And for example, you want to take a screenshot of this, just drag around it, and there's a screenshot. We can copy it, and then in a different tab or here, I can add that there. You're probably going to wonder why that's there, but when you watch this video, it's going to become apparent. Okay, so down to security. Using a SSL will encrypt communications between you and the client. So things like credit card details will be encrypted to help keep them safe. Having this will make the client more comfortable using your website because they won't have to worry about their this spelling here of there is incorrect. So that should be there as in THIRE. Let me double check that. Let me see the differences between there, and there. There are. Okay, so we go on Grammarly. So there, which is THERE, which is the one that you've used there, means the opposite of here. So this is there and this is here. There means belongs to them. So this information, it belongs to the clients. So it is their information. So it's this one that you need to use. It's this spelling. Okay. The pronunciation of their or they are is a contraction of they are or they were, and it's not applicable in this situation, but it is useful to know. Okay, so getting back to this, let's have a look. SSL, yeah, I mean, you've written using SSL will encrypt communications. Is there a way to illustrate that using an image? Let's have a look. What can we find if I type in SSL? Go to images. What is SSL? What is an SSL certificate? What does it do? This might be a good image to use. So for a bit more information on what is an SSL certificate, you see the full terminology. So it's not just an SSL, it's an SSL certificate. They create an encrypted connection and establish trust. Here's a nice diagram that you could use in this section here. That would really help to illustrate that point. Okay. So moving down to information. Having information that is simple to understand will interest users a lot more than having a long text with loads of complicated words. Okay, so information can be presented in loads of different ways. So what you could do is break it down by talking about the different types of information. So let's have a look if we can find something about different types of information. Different types of information. So it says here, there are various types of information systems. No, that's not right. We just need to know about types of information. So let's get rid of the word different. Okay, let's have a look what the images bring up. No, that's not quite right. Just need to... Okay, so looking at the definition of information, it says that information is data that is accurate and timely. I think information is probably the wrong word here. I think what we need is something else. You could use the word text, because I think that that's what you're talking about here. So having information that is simple to understand will interest users a lot more than having a long text with lots of complicated words. Yeah, I think here you could use the title information, but then break it down into what types of information you might find on a website. So on a website you might find videos, text, images, and audio. So there's 4 types that you could list. So I'm just going to write those down for you. I'm going to open up a sticky. Okay. So types of media. Media is the word, not information. Types of media found on a website include text, so say what it is, audio, say what it is, video, same again, and images. You already covered images upstairs, further up here, as being a feature of websites, so you don't need to mention too much about it here because you don't want to repeat yourself. So you can pause this video at any time and use this list to help you. Okay, so coming down here we've got the uses of a website. So websites can be used for many different things. For example, social networking websites, Facebook, Twitter, online shopping, Amazon, eBay, content sharing websites, YouTube, Instagram, finding out information, Google Wiki, ordering food, Uber Eats, Just Eat as well. I love that. Finding jobs. This is great. What a great section. That's very nice. The only thing, maybe an image, because we're talking about an infographic. So we've got the info, but we need the graphic, okay? And then maybe down here we could do with some sort of conclusion to finish it off. Overall, this is not bad. It's a pretty good first attempt. So let me just find. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a pretty good first attempt. It looks nice. If you saw this on a wall, would you be attracted to it enough to give it a read? Think about like if it was blown up to A5 width. No, not A5, A3 or A1 width, and it's up on the wall. Would those colours entice you to go and check it out? I mean, at the moment, all you've got is a lot of text. So definitely add some images, play around with the colour, perhaps change the layout of this from left align to centre, and go back through the video and listen to all the suggestions that I've made. And that's it for now. So thanks very much for your contribution there, and I will see you tomorrow in class.